Dapat siya, may drone ka pa.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. To our distinguished school president, Dr. Adiong, our distinguished commencement speaker, Honorable Mamita Nico Rakiin Adiong III, to the representative of our guest speaker, ma'am, to the former president of Adiong State College, Dr. Adiong, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Adiong, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Dr. Abhi, the members of the Board of Trustees, administrators, deans, faculty members, staff, proud families, devoted friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of class 2026. Good morning. Standing before you today as a class valedictorian is a privilege I receive with gratitude and humility. Before anything else, I would like to share a simple truth about my journey. I was not a child who loved going to school. Like many children, I cried on my first day. I often went to school because of the baon I received from my parents. I was not part of the honors class then, but everything changed when I was in grade 2. For the first time, I received a medal. I still remember coming home and showing it to my parents. What stayed with me was not the medal itself, but the joy I saw in their faces. At that young age, I realized something important. No one celebrates our victories other than people who love us. That day, I made a promise to myself. If studying was one way I could repay even a small part of my parents' sacrifices, then I would give it my best. And so, I worked hard. Not because I was the smartest, not because I was gifted, but because I wanted to make my parents proud. Over the years, some of my teachers and classmates have described me as mapasangkod or smart. And probably because I am standing before you today, some may think that this achievement came easily to me. But the truth is, it did not. I am not someone who excels in everything. I get nervous during presentations. I sometimes struggle to keep up with our lessons. I have experienced self-doubt and questioned whether I was good enough. But instead of giving up, I chose to work harder. I stayed up late studying and practiced until I understood our lessons. And that experience taught me one of the most important lessons of my life. And that is, success is not always about talent. Sometimes, success is simply not giving up. My fellow graduates, if there is one lesson I hope you remember from me today, it is this. Hard work may not guarantee immediate success, but it will always bring you closer to your goals than giving up ever will. Our journeys have not been easy. Many of us face challenges, carry responsibilities, experience loss, and fought battles that nobody knows about. In my case, after finishing senior high school during the pandemic, I was supposed to continue my study. But life had other plans. During the time my father suffered a stroke, I spent my time by his side in the hospital. The pandemic made everything more difficult. Emotionally and mentally, I was exhausted. So I stopped. And today, I want to tell anyone who may need to hear this. There is nothing wrong with resting when you are tired. Resting is not quitting. The problem is not being reposed. The problem is when you refuse to continue. After taking time to recover, I returned to school here at Adiong Memorial State College. And when I came back, I promised myself that I would give my 101% in every subject, whether major or minor, and then I would give the results to Allah because there are things beyond our control, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. My fellow graduates, perhaps that is another lesson that we can carry with us beyond this day. Give your best effort and then trust Allah with the outcome. Because success is not only about reaching our destination. It is also about having faith when we travel the road. But truthfully, none of us reach this moment alone. First and foremost, Alhamdulillah, all praise belongs to Allah who guided us through every challenge, every uncertainty, and every blessing that brought us to this day. To our school president, Dr. Shri Adiong, and to the administrators, deans, faculty members, and staff of Adiong Memorial State College, maraming salamat. Thank you for making this institution a home for learning, growth, and opportunity. To Ma'am Car, Ma'am Reed, Ma'am Kaya, Ma'am Aliyah, to my thesis advisor, Ma'am N, and to all my beloved teachers, maraming salamat po. Thank you for sharing not only your knowledge, but also your patience, wisdom, and care. To our dean, the mother to College of Education, Dr. Salibor Abu Bakar, thank you, Ma'am, for believing in me long before I believed in myself. Your encouragement, guidance, and even the words you once spoke to me serve as a strength during moments of doubt. Maraming salamat, Ma'am. And to our proud parents, families, guardians, relatives, and loved ones, our silent heroes, thank you for your sacrifices, prayers, word of encouragement, and efforts you made for us. This achievement belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Permit me a personal moment to thank my parents. My father, Papa, I wish you were here to see me graduate. This achievement is yours. There were moments when the path ahead seemed too difficult, but your sacrifices and the lessons you left behind continue to guide me every day. To my umi, my beloved mother, salamat. Salamat kung lang taman. Salamat kung mga sakripisyo ka. Salamat kung mga duwang kapararakan. Every achievement I receive today is a reflection of the sacrifices you made for our family. To my siblings, thank you for your support and love. Through every challenge and milestone, you reminded me that I was never alone. And to my Kuya Kayama, life used to do by one another, and those memories will never be forgotten. Tadman, di ipatan ka nun. Thank you for making this journey meaningful. And now, to my fellow graduates, before the celebration comes to an end, I want us to do something. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Sige po, palakpakan na po natin ang ating mga sarili mula sa 2026. That applause is not for perfection, not for awards, not for recognition, but for the version of yourself that refused to surrender. For the version of yourself that endured countless challenges. For the version of yourself that chose to continue. My fellow graduates, the world waiting for us beyond this day will not always be easy. There will still be rejections, failures, moments of uncertainty, but always remember that if we survived everything we talked to this day, then inshallah we can survive what comes next. As we celebrate under the theme from campus to community is teaching practice at MSc, let us remember that education is not for personal success. The knowledge we gain here must serve a greater purpose. Our communities need teachers who inspire, leaders who serve, professionals who act with integrity, and citizens who use their education to uplift others. The true measure of what we learn at MSc will not be found in our diplomas alone, but in the lives we touch after we leave this campus. Class of 2026 batch Pananadem, today is not simply the end of our academic journey. It is the beginning of our responsibility to give back. So, let us continue to dream. Let us continue to hard work. Let us continue to serve. And above all, let us continue to put our trust in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for every step we take. Congratulations, class of 2026, batch Pananadem. Once again, I am Yasminah Jalal, a proud product of Adiong State College, a firm believer in hard work na your class valedictory. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Maraming salamat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.